Wisconsin!
So do you have a lighter, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like let's just say you're where would DJ be crowded? You're DJing. You're fucking
Somebody's gonna come on stage and
okay, like one of your DJ homies or so what appears to be a friend, and you're DJing just while you're fucking going, just fucking comes up to you and just snips and runs away with one of your dreads. What are you doing?
The set's over. I'm going after that nigga, bro. Hands down, I'm chasing down whoever.
And it's like you're for sure gonna go to jail?
Yeah.
Damn, like how long does
my mom, when I was younger, she's like, I'm gonna just cut your hair when you're sleeping. What are you gonna do then? And I was like,
how long does it take?
I told her, I was like, everything around me, even if it's mine, is no longer existing. I was like, the room's getting destroyed, the house is getting burnt down. Like, if that happens to me while I sleep in my own house, like nothing will.
Your
exist.
mom tried to cut your hair while you were sleeping?
No, she threatened that she was gonna do it. And I told her, I was like, nothing in this house will exist.
But you haven't had dreads since you was a kid. I'm pretty sure I've seen you with short hair.
I've been growing my hair for like 11 years now, though. Like my mom talking about like when I was in college.
So you're telling me I never saw you with short hair?
No, never in my life, never.
Oh, you probably must have done that thing with Sway does, and
back.
when you pull it back, and then I was like, man, am I gonna fucking am I gonna say something, or am I gonna have one of those Bill Burr moments where it's like nah, don't say it.
Nah,
that's a sign of emotion.
Oh my god, I love this shit. I watched the new season of F is for Family.
I forgot he's the voice on that. You know what I fucking...
That's his shit, he writes it. Too.
You know what I fucking hated him on? And I mean, maybe it's because I hate that dude that fucking got Mac Miller's girl.
King of Staten Island?
Oh my god, man.
Bill
right
Burr
off the
mustache
bat,
is
fuck
amazing.
that dude and fuck that movie. I have ordered so many fucking movies from the Voodoo app, and I swear, like, it's the one that comes with the PlayStation. I've ordered so many fucking movies on there. Some that I took the L on, and I said, you know what? Some director needed to get paid for this movie, but I've never wrote an email and said, yo, can I get my credit back? Like,
that's fucked up. Bill Burr with a mustache is worth all the money you spent.
He's bad. You know, I don't mean to spoil that, but he does look funny with a mustache.
It's his mustache. It's not fake. He grew that shit.
Man, you know what? Hollywood could do some amazing things, man. Like
said he grew
I know a certain celebrity that fucking dyes his beard. And his facial hair, and I never thought it was like, man. I was like, why would you do that? Like, you're already kind of like, you know, you have
image base.
And then I realized one day when I did it to mine, and I was like, oh, this shit looks fresh.
You dyed your beard?
I did it to see what it was like.
What color did you dye it?
Well, it was one of those spray dyes.
What color?
Midnight blue.
Is there a picture of this?
You can't really see it because it's dark.
You would look like a juggalo in my head if you had blue fucking beard.
It wasn't like the kind of like Fago blue.
You should take the propane flame, flip it, and just do a propane.
It was like that kind of blue.
Oh, like a navy? Yeah,
so like you really have to have a light. It probably still is because I haven't washed it all off.
Everyone always was like, you're going to bleach your dreads or dye your hair like blue or some orange or some shit. And I was like, I'll never dye my hair.
Yeah, so 11 fucking years you've been growing your hair like that?
Yeah. I had like, when I started college January in 2009, I had a fade. And I just never cut my hair since. But I had an afro for like 2-3 years.
Like Snoop Dogg afro?
Yeah, like huge, like Ludacris Saturday afro.
Damn, dude. How do you not like, you know how like those things that live in the grass? Those little spiky things that dogs are not supposed to smell.
You just gotta take care of your hair.
Like, just like, I feel like if you have an afro, like, everything will get caught in there, bro.
I used to hide joints in it and go to festivals.
Hide joints?
Yeah, I used to, even when I get pulled over, hide my weed in my hair.
I only seen girls fucking do that fucking skill. You know girls that wear weaves and shit?
Yep.
They'll fucking put that shit right under. And I'm just like, man.
Shit was convenient.
Yeah, by the way, we kind of didn't do no introduction, you know, because this is how we do it on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. It's been since fucking April since we fucking been here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. And even though the world is not COVID-free, I was like, we're taking precautions here. And if you've been watching us before we were on iTunes and when we first started, fucking I got, Kiero fucking joining me back after all these fucking years.
Yeah, I'm out of jail. I was in jail.
Yeah, in case you
guys...
I
get some street cred? I was locked up.
In case you guys don't know, I mean, first of all, I was like, Shiki fucking was in the show too, but like, it used to be Shiki, myself, and you in the mix, and then it used to literally be like Animal House to Life, and then one day, Kiero decided to fucking go nuts on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he took one of those chance cards on Monopoly.
I was like, when keeping it real goes wrong, like you remember that Dave Chappelle's good? It was like,
yeah, and then before he knew it, it said fucking the go to fucking jail card. Yeah. Not literally, but it's.
I did my time. I hit the burpees.
You did a fucking Louis C.K. bid, like, you know, after he got caught jerking off. Like, you know, he was like, if you see this
I asked for permission.
if you see this new fucking special, he fucking says, he was like, yeah, I went away for 3 years. Like, it's like, that's how long you've been.
I went and.
But you just like didn't like, you know, jerk it on top.
No, I was just like, yo, I could go on tour or do a bunch of other stuff, and then I put my energy into that, and that worked out.
You did go on tour. You were on tour with Billie, whatever, Eyelash or something?
I did, for the first tour, I was a walk-on for Young Thug.
What is it, Eyelash or
Billie Eilish.
Eilish, yeah.
Yeah, I did Young Thug's tour. I was a walk-on. They invited me on, and then I did Lil Yachty's tour, and then Billie Eilish's tour, and then I just got off tour with Trippie Redd from like February to mid-March. And yeah, that was like as COVID was just blowing up.
How many
on the
times
road.
did you see Chris D'Elia at a Billie Eilish fucking concert?
Let's go. We're firing
while you were fucking DJing at Billie's concert, how many times did you see Chris D'Elia backstage over there?
I didn't see him. There's a lot of girls in the crowd.
Oh man, and
that's crazy.
We're gonna get into this shit.
Yeah, we're coming back spicy.
We're coming back. It's been like we've been contained for about 2 fucking months, and don't worry, Eddie has not gone nowhere. He's coming back next week.
Yeah, I gotta hear what quarantine life with Eddie's been about.
There was no fucking quarantine life for that crazy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
There wasn't. Like, if you shake hands with him, you gotta fucking do the Quagmire shit right after where he's like, he put some fire on there or something,
Holy
man.
water.
You gotta fucking burn that shit out. You gotta have a pastor come over here and fucking
bless your
spit
hand.
on your hand, bro. Do something, man. But with you know, what is it? I made up a term when I was. It's a 3:45 a.m. Vegas term that's so quotable.
3:45.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was so high and drunk that I said instead of, you know, with all due seriousness, for some reason I said with all due reality.
With all due reality.
Yeah, I said that, right?
That's a good one.
And I didn't realize, I just went along with it. Like, you know, people were not gonna say, what did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it totally backfired. But yeah, with all due reality, fucking the one thing I wanted to fucking point out is you know, we've been quarantined. There's been a lot of protests going on. You know, I'm thankful. Number one, thank you to everybody that's been supporting from day one, and everybody who's actually been supporting the online business throughout this COVID thing. It's actually been kind of a positive experience for myself. I found myself focusing a lot on the business aspect of High and Hungry, perfecting the episodes, planning shit out. Fucking even fucking you know, doing my chambelan dance with all the demons I had waiting in the closet. You know, because when you're back home, bro, am I lying, Carol? Because when you're back home, after the first 2 weeks, when you run out of drugs, when you run out of the alcohol, and you realize you're not getting a check, and then you're sitting there, that third week, like, all your monsters started coming out, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even have like a chance to prepare. Like, we did our show at the House of Blues, Vegas. And then all the LA, the House of Blues, Anaheim, and the Palladium show got canceled. So when I got back and off the plane in Burbank, I didn't even have a chance to go grocery shopping, nothing. Like, everything was fucked. So I didn't have a stash of weed. I didn't have anything, but I had that wax collection that I've been saving for a long time. Shit saved my life.
So you started dabbing heavy.
Oh, I started dabbing heavy. But plus, all my shows got canceled. It's depressing, dude. I was dabbing hard.
So it's like throughout this whole time, because the first 3 weeks are like you know, when you're going up at Six Flags and you're in Goliath, and you know how like you're like, oh, I've been in any roller coaster, I know what it's like to go up there, but then you realize you're like, this isn't a 10-second up, that this is 30 seconds. You know, so you're fucking going up there, you're like, oh shit, I'm really up high. That's what the third week fucking felt like for me, and I knew a lot of people were starting to lose their mind, and I think that like once you. Because I think, especially me and you, will both work in the entertainment field some way, somehow. And when you're doing this shit, especially in the city of LA or state of California.
Your comedy shit was just getting full fucking
I was
throwing shows.
I had so much shit going on pre-COVID. Like, I was doing 3 shows a fucking night, doing open mics, fucking doing interviews here and there, and leaving the studio and going to do that. Like, there's so much shit that I put to the side.
Not even to be offensive, but you're doing like not really large crowds. Like, it seemed reasonable to keep that going. You know what I mean? And I think those are going to come back a little bit sooner. The shows, like, though, on my level, the shit I was like doing like 3,000-4,000 a night. Those aren't coming back for a minute. Like,
oh yeah, they're not. You're looking at 2021.
Yeah, I'm not doing like any.
You better start looking at like outdoor quinceañeras or some shit.
I hope they remodel some of the venues, like the observatory while I'm gone, and like the Novo. And
I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking install sprinklers that spray Lysol every fucking 30 seconds?
I hope so.
You know, because I don't see how you're gonna regulate it, because there has been a spike of fucking people that have come back with you know, the disease, or, you know, virus in them, and it's. I mean, it was expected, but I'm just like, hey, you know what? It's good. Like, everybody. It seems like a majority or 90% of people are gonna all eventually fucking get it at some point.
I feel like right now people don't even think it was real now.
Yeah, because everybody's pushing so hard to be back to the norm. They don't like. All the frustration was let out during the fucking riots and the loots.
Everybody's talking about like a second wave, like a Johnny Tsunami movie and shit. Like the fucking second wave's coming.
I mean, do you think it's realistic?
I mean, realistically, I feel like whatever.
No, hold on. With all due reality?
Well, with all due reality, like people are gonna like whoever's in charge of this shit is gonna control the narrative, and once the narrative is controlled, that's the reality to people's perception, and that becomes the law. You know what I mean? The facts are.
Because how many people do you know that fucking got it? Like me personally. My brother's godmother got it. 3 other people that would go to my booth at the Cosmic Calabash.
Yeah,
fucking got it in San Bernardino.
How many people you know got the flu though?
That's true.
The flu's way bigger than this shit, right? So it's like, yo, but like, do anyone be like, yo, I had the flu last week, or oh, you know what I mean? Like, I got a cough. Oh, that might be the flu. Like, COVID took over. It's popping. It's number one trending. You know what I mean? Like. It's like I don't think any other diseases right now are getting their credit for fucking doing shit. They're all getting in the shadow of COVID. Like if you caught a cold right now, you ain't got no cold.
Can you imagine fucking like how West Hollywood feels? Like motherfuckers are all like like, you know, all of a sudden it's like the HIV is gone.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you guys couldn't, like West Hollywood mayor is like, we got this shit under control.
Nigga, you were posting condoms as if like you're not trying to catch STDs, you're not trying to catch COVID. You posted that like the second week, or you made that joke like the first week of fucking quarantine. You're talking about people fucking, and you're gonna be like, oh, you only can fuck somebody who lives in your house, because apparently going down the block gonna get you COVID.
Yeah, it really
had me scared to go get pussy for like fucking 2 weeks.
Hey man, people were scared to get pussy, man. I mean, well, there are some savages like Eddie, who I will speak on it next week, but I don't know, man. Like, cause you don't know, man. You think about it, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna go out, get my fix. But then you're like,
get my fix.
Yeah. But then you're like, hold on. How many other motherfuckers got their fix too? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm not no fortune teller, and I don't trust this person enough. You know what I mean?
Do you know how many people reconsidered their idea of love the first few weeks of quarantine? Where it
went 2 ways. You either realized I need to stop fucking around. I kind of have a good thing going. I should really start watering my plants in my garden because it's starting to look like a cactus and some fucking cattle running around. And then there was other motherfuckers that were like, I cannot believe I asked this bitch with the leopard tattoo on her shoulder that's overweight now to marry me. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of that going on.
That was a very fucking specific description.
That was the only time I regret living alone, was the first like 3 weeks of quarantine.
Because there's only so much you could do. You could try to be number one.
Man, my internet friends were tired of me. I was on the games. I was playing Call of Duty, Smash Brothers, and right now that I could go outside, I haven't even played a video game or done anything in weeks. Like, I was like, I got access to the outside world now. I'm like, I'm not playing shit.
There's only so much you could do, especially like if you live by yourself within the first 3 weeks. It's like, man, like. Once it's that, it's like, you know, I saw a lot of my friends are like, damn, all of a sudden everybody wants to be fucking number one dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is it Father's Day? You know what I mean? I was looking around. I was like, holy shit.
Father's Day is coming up.
It is coming out. And then there was a couple other people. The second week, I felt like everybody wanted to be Rocky Balboa.
If your girl calls you daddy, does she get you a gift on Father's Day?
I don't know. I'm really going to fucking... hit her up, like, what the fuck? We're raising a dog together. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Father's Day is just, it used to be one of those things where, I don't know, it's always been in my life, but it's switched up meanings, you know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
And, I don't look at it in a resentful kind of way, but I look at it, I'm mature enough to fucking look at it as like, salute to those people. It takes time. Salute to those people who have a good father or a father figure in their life. And you know, salute to those people that don't, and they had an unfortunate experience. You know, that doesn't mean it's your fault or anything, but
I definitely on the tour with Yachty, I actually rekindled shit with my biological dad and squashed it after like 10 years of not talking.
Damn, dog.
That felt like such a good weight to get off my chest and my shoulders, though.
How did it feel like? Like, what kind of drug would you say it was like?
It was definitely like a warm tequila.
Oh, like that fire feeling? Damn. Oh, yeah. That's fucking bad. Yeah.
It was an intense moment, but it felt good, man. Hey, you know what? It's like when you realize people aren't superheroes and you get this image out of your head of to keep it reality.
With all due reality.
With all due reality, you know what I mean? Like, let that go. You get older, you figure things out. Start going through shit on your own.
Yeah, that's what I mean with when it came down to this whole quarantine or this whole time where you disconnect from your regular schedule. Like, you start to realize, you know, you got all these demons in the dance floor in your mind, and you know what I mean. And I'm speaking metaphorically, of course, but you know, you're eventually gonna clear that bitch out because you know you let these motherfuckers, you know, what is it? I guess kick it around for too long that like eventually you're gonna have to face the music. You know what I mean? And,
Definitely.
And once you realize that and you go through with it, and it's kind of just like everything else that gives you anxiety. You're getting a piercing, you're like, it's a lot more worse than what you think. Yeah. And then once it's over, you're like, oh, okay, cool. I see what it's like.
Yeah. Once it was over, it gave me so much more energy and
it gave you peace of mind, huh?
Peace of mind to focus on showing love to other people. Especially I was on the road touring at the time when it happened, so it was like I was more able to just even like let my wall down and be more vulnerable on stage and like be like, yo, I love y'all. Like, let me tell y'all, my life's going good right now. I want y'all to know I love you.
You felt balanced in a sense.
I felt more normalized in life.
You think a lot of people, what is it?
Because niggas don't get therapy, bro.
No, they don't. Man, like, you know, motherfuckers don't get therapy, man. Like, it's almost you're almost raised looking at that almost like it's cliche taboo. Or it's like how certain people look at holistic medicine. You know what I mean? They're like, that's just some witch doctor voodoo shit.
That shit don't work.
Yeah, that shit don't work. I was like, all right, we'll see, motherfucker. Yeah, there's a reason Gandhi was up there just like not, you know, fucking. He's like,
peace of mind is one of the most privileged things to have in life.
It becomes I think that as you get older and you go through the ups and downs, the peace of mind or you go from chasing a bag to chasing balance.
Yeah, I always just try to stay on chasing my purpose in life and what I feel. You know, as even in the entertainment industry, people would consider us like, you know, oh, you're doing it for yourself. But as a public servant to the people, like bringing joy and just like you know, a good time to other people is very fulfilling.
That's what I was fucking up. Like me personally, that's what I was fucking up on, man. Like, I was so busy, caught up. I had my hand in so many things, and I even had my, my godfather tell me, he's like, "Hey man, you got to decide on what the fuck you want to focus on, because you know you got too much going on." And when this whole quarantine shit happened, I really had to have a sit down because I would wake up every day like with anxiety and thinking, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to choose to water one plant in my garden over like the rest, over the whole thing." You know what I mean? Because I wanted to make everything happen. So once I realized, I'm like, okay, these are the obstacles you got to get over, and this is what the cons and the pros and all this shit. That gave me a lot of peace of mind to reconnect with the shit that made me happy, because I was so caught up with trying to. I was trying to get all the checks off the list. You know what I mean? But not trying to enjoy those steps that it took to get to that check
until you look back and you're like, damn, that was a good time.
And then you're like, fuck, I didn't even notice how big that was because I was so caught up on the next thing. You know,
that's how I feel about the show back in the day.
That's real shit, man.
Sometimes so caught up on the next shit, like I was like, man, and forgetting. Now we look back at those shows and like, man, that was.
Sometimes you gotta eat shit to realize how many fucking 5-star meals you had.
Exactly.
Yeah, straight up.
It's a story of more story of my life right there, Izan.
And it's I know.
Cheers to that though, because everything that has progressed for both of us and everybody in the time and growth from since has been progressive and fucking refreshing, and it's been manifested. Like me and you always say, everything's manifested. So
yeah, man, it's true what they fucking say. Especially, I mean, I'm new to the comedy world, but it's like I look up to some of these motherfuckers like Joey Diaz, who gives a lot of fucking real game when he fucking says when he gives you motherfuckers free game. And there's one thing he told Lee. He said, you gotta fucking spend 5 to 10 years. It's like you gotta fucking spend 5 to fucking 10 years fucking doing this comedy shit, bombing, eating a bag of dicks out there. He's like, you gotta fucking go out there and just fucking eat a big bag of dicks for 5, 7 fucking years.
I think these edibles you gave me kicking in, man. It's too much.
The fucking. Have you ever watched Lee on Twitch?
Oh, did you see him fall asleep?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit was the funniest shit ever.
I was watching.
Yo, he was, and by the way, I'm glad that Steve Simone is fucking taking him out on walks.
Yeah,
It sounds very wrong.
Down
like,
the block to the corner.
but like, yo, man,
Everyone walk to the corner.
I mean, we could. I mean, you know, once this is all said and done, I want that clip in the background of Lee falling asleep, because he was on Twitch, and he just looked like a little fucking like an old miniature mountain, just kicking it and just. Homie just
like this.
He just knocked that note. And then when he came back, he picked up, he was like, oh.
You got caught. He's a call, man.
Yeah, that shit. And then, oh man, you knew motherfuckers were sending that shit to Uncle Joey.
Joey Diaz during quarantine, just watching, like, or subscribe to his YouTube channel, like, that's just the like, he'll come through, drop an hour for us, you know what I mean? Fucking make you grab your balls and fucking get back to it and shit. Like,
yeah, like you don't like therapy. It's cool. I find a podcast that works for you with motherfuckers that have actually done some shit, and especially in the comedy world or just life in general. I was like, that's a podcast I would recommend. Man, I was like, have you taken a test for COVID yet?
No,
me either. I was like,
yeah,
fuck that.
no.
I don't want them to fucking. I mean, it's not what they do, because the first thing I thought is they shove that thing up your nose.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you get a bunch of cocaine?
I wear a mask when I go out into stores and stuff. I wash my hands. I have hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I keep that in my cup holder now.
And I try not to get sick. So when I go see my nephew or my mom, very clean. Don't want to get them sick, but. Yeah, I'm back to it.
Children are like fucking the suicide bombers with this COVID shit. If they were in school, bro, everybody would have got it, bro. Because like kids, they touch them. You know how a hummingbird flaps his wings? Yeah. That's how many things they touch per fucking second.
You know what
bro.
will never come back?
What?
Free dabs.
Oh my God!
Hey,
do you remember how fucking crazy?
Hold a moment of silence for everybody watching this. That's gonna just fucking rest in peace to the free dabs at sessions.
Yeah, just moment of silence. Never coming back.
Never coming back. All right.
Yeah. Yo, because, I mean, doesn't it make you think that all this shit that we were doing at every session, we were out there suicide mode.
Yeah.
It was just like, yo, man, it's like, no wonder people was out there fucking just, it's like, yeah, bitch, I'll fuck you in the car. Like, you know, just fucking, like, just suicide mode. Like, I mean, you know, these are quotables from, you know, as a vendor from other people that I heard.
Wow.
It's like, I feel like Mo, and he was like, hey, homo, why
don't
you do that thing in the elbow?
Shout out to Saturday Sesh. We're back up in San Bernardino on a very, very small level.
Yeah, are you still doing that?
Yeah, I'm there every now and then. I pop in on them and I set up.
Damn.
It's great. It's good to just, when the first sesh we had when we came back, and just seeing everybody was very cautious. We did social distancing, but like everybody was just so happy just to see each other. Like
no free dabs?
No, that's never coming back.
Okay, for sure. As long as people, I mean, is there free anything? No, huh? Because even if you put edibles out there, people are gonna be doing this shit.
I haven't seen that either.
You know, I'm glad. You know what? Because sometimes some of these motherfuckers needed to have this shit taken away for them to appreciate what people was giving out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the era of stuff we did is not coming back, of certain stuff. But you know what's crazy is, like, we sit here in, like, B's studio and shit, and, like, what they went through in the 90s, just to, like for what we're doing in our ages, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the shit that was not gonna come back for them is, like, shit that wasn't eradicated from them. Like, nobody fucking told them, like,
no, we got the first free game. Like, that's what I'm saying. We got the first free, like, hey, y'all go crazy, do what you want. Like, you know what I mean? Put on these events where everybody's smoking a 5-pound blunt together.
Yeah. Oh damn, dude. Can you...
That's never coming back. Like, that's,
Hey, we had pictures to prove
dog,
that shit.
that's what I'm saying.
How
Like,
many people
we
hit
had-
that
that's
shit,
what I'm
bro?
talking about with a clear conscience. Like
And nobody got the flu.
Nobody got the COVID.
Nobody got shit, bro.
Nobody.
And listen, I know some of these fucking people that were at this, and I know for a fact
Everybody in that building hit it. Like the whole building.
No, and not only that, like some of them, I know they're not healthy. You know what I mean? I know for a fact they're not healthy.
Like George Carlton said, nigga, we grew up in the sewer, nigga. We got antibodies and all that. He didn't say it like that, but
That shit, that to me is a trip, man. Nobody got the flu when we did that shit.
Shit's never coming back.
Damn.
Can you imagine people throwing stuff out off stage at like a cannabis cup now? And there's
Yeah,
no
like
crowd?
with your hands, and just throwing shit,
Nah,
and then somebody would catch it, open it.
There's not going to be allowed to be gathering of tight spaces of a lot of people like that. You feel me? So there's going to be a line. Maybe.
Here's the thing, though.
You're going to have a line where you.
What are you going to miss the most, dog?
Right now, I miss DJing. I miss it so much, dog. I was going 1,000 miles per hour on the road. Can't lie.
I mean, I miss stand up as much as you miss DJing, but
I'm glad you released some content, man. I was good. I was like, man, release something, bro. Like you put out some routines you done, which is cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, by the way,
it forces you to start over, but it's like.
I'm back, by the way, to...
I'm pretty sure you've been writing like a mother. I see you on stream. When you do your Instagram live stream and you have your notepad right there or whatever, and you just like, hey, I laughed. People got a good response. I'm writing this down.
I learned that shit from Eddie Murphy, man. There was an interview he did, and he said he never really looked at himself like, all right, Eddie, you're going to be a comedian now, and this is how you're going to think. He just looked at it and was like, well, if this is what I'm doing for work and entertainment, I'm gonna fucking go ahead and write down everything that I think is funny. So and that's exactly what he did. I have by the way, I have a story, Eddie Murphy story, man. I've never met that man, but I would like to. But one day there was a sesh that was held at he didn't show up to the sesh before he jumped to conclusions.
I wasn't there yet. I'm glad you gave me the benefit.
You know where the Pit My Ride? No, I'm sorry. Where Gaplin Ford on Reseda is?
No.
Or Ford on Reseda?
No.
Fuck.
Let's just say all of us watching right
there's
now.
There's a Tommy's in the Valley.
No.
And it's the only Tommy's in the Valley, and it's on Reseda Street. And there's a Ford dealership, and right by the Ford dealership, there used to be this studio, like a film studio, where they would rent it out to host sessions and shit, right? And one day I left a little early because I knew it was I was like, oh, it was gonna get too packed. It was already done. I fucking left a little early, and I'm driving, and I was like, man, I'm gonna hit up Tommy's real quick. And there's a Maserati waiting to make a left, right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm smoking a joint, and I'm looking, and I'm like listening to the radio. I look to the left, and I'm like, oh, it's a Maserati. It's a sick car, but it's like a sick ass version. And then I do one of these. I'm like. And I was like, oh shit, that's Eddie Murphy. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? And then like, I kind of fucking was just looking at him, and then he just looks to the right, and he like busts this like laugh, like a fucking Dr. Doodle laugh or whatever, like, and the light turns green, and he just drives off.
That's
like,
fucking
because
crazy.
he saw me in that face of confusion. Like,
that sounds like a dream.
Is that Eddie Murphy? I mean, like, I was literally like looking at it, like I googled current picture of Eddie Murphy to see if that's what he looked like. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that was Eddie Murphy because number one, I'm like, black don't crack, bro. I was like, I swear, man, I was like. I used to sell women's shoes, like Al Bundy.
Hey, if you could pull up on anybody at the light and just see some celebrity in the car next to you, who do you want to see? Spielberg?
Damn, Ray said Spielberg in the background.
Damn, I don't even know if I'd recognize him. No cap.
Fuck, it'd be
like,
that.
what does he look like now? I don't know.
I would want somebody that smokes. Like,
you know what he looks like now? Oh my god.
I would want somebody that like I can like if they see me smoking a joint, they'd probably be like, yeah, fuck. Let me see.
I got two people that come to mind automatically, and they're alive. I'm not even.
You go first. I'm still thinking about it.
All right. You want to go with my second pick or my first
go with
pick?
your second pick first.
Second pick, Dom Kennedy.
Okay.
Why? I'm probably gonna be playing one of his songs, and two, he'll recognize me, so it'd be a moment. That'd be dope. I'd be like, yeah, that'd be ideal. I already got number one in my head. That you said, like you said, you're smoking and you want to look to the car to the right of you, who you gonna see? It's easy.
I know, man. That's hard, man. Fuck, man. Just to pull up and like just to see them and they're gonna acknowledge me and be like, oh shit, what's up?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
I'm already
all
in
right,
I'm deep in my head, like
all right.
hoping this happens too.
All right, first of all, if I could, like, I've already met Michael McDonald once, so if I could have one of these moments where I'm at a stoplight and I'm smoking a
Didn't you
joint.
meet him at Flogna?
Yeah, and I look to the left and I'm like, holy shit, Michael McDonald, what's up? You know what I mean? Because like not a lot of people know what he looks like; they just know what he sounds like.
I wrote down my number one. I'm waiting to see if you get the right person.
So that'll be that's one of them. The other one. Oh my god, that would just. I will forever fucking.
It's easy. It's like one of those, like, obviously you want to talk to this person right now. At this current time, like, this is, I for sure want to talk to him.
Like, you want to talk to him, like, hey,
Hopefully make friends and be like, yo.
Elon Musk?
Wrote it down. I knew you'd get it. What did I write?
Yeah, I got it right. That shit is
Elon Musk.
I would like, especially because he smokes.
Dog,
you know who was my number? Joe Rogan.
I'm trying to get off the planet too, cuz. Take me with you.
Joe Rogan knows something, bro. That's like, let me say it in the Joe voice.
Obviously, you want to be in the car next to Elon Musk. See, that's how I knew that, like, this nigga is so on.
It's like Joey would say, like, this is, let me tell you something about Joe. He's like, when it comes down to this shit, Joe's gonna fucking hit up Elon. Says, get the fuck out of here. We're gonna fucking blast off. Take a little hit of LSD.
So yeah, hey, end of the world drug.
Oh yeah, end of the world. Yeah, that was a question I want to ask you, and feel free to comment this. I always had this theory where, like, it's not a theory because I have 4 grams of DMT in my house just in case. Like, my whole thing. This is how I came up with this idea. If there was a comet headed to the fucking Earth and there's no way to get off of it, and we're for sure gonna die.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna be with my family and loved ones, but right before the countdown where the shit hits, I would fill up a pipe or a dab full of fucking, heat it up like a glowy, like a red one, and just do some DMT. That way I don't fucking die in fear, and my serotonin releases as the earth blows up.
See, that makes a lot of sense.
Cause that way when I get to heaven or hell, I'm pretty well balanced and I'm not scared. I'm like, yo, I died peacefully, G. You know what I mean? I'd be like, it's morphin' time. I would literally do it. That would be my drug of choice.
I've never done DMT, so I would save it for that. But I've been saving acid for when I'm elderly. Like, I've like done shrooms and, like, you know what I mean? And like, I just want to do acid by the time when I'm like 55 or like I'm 60. Whenever I get an AARP card, I'm like, all right, now I'm down. If I'm bored with life at that point, then I'm gonna start doing acid.
You're just gonna start doing acid and just kicking it and watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and just being pretty much. That's what I said.
I
bet you VR by the time I'm elderly is like.
I bet you Dragon Ball Z would be quite the show to watch on acid, especially those fights. Like,
it's not on shrooms. I'll tell you that.
It's not on shrooms.
It's not. I've done that.
Is it too much?
It's too emotional.
You probably see Cell fucking kill Krillin.
I get way too, I got way
and then
too
like
emotional.
you start socking the TV.
I started from the Saiyan saga, so like the beginning. So when his brother just comes out of nowhere, and I started thinking about like family and stuff, and it was not the fucking play.
I got pissed like when I was trying to watch that show, like, and then like during the Cell fucking series when that fool killed Krillin, I was like, how you gonna kill the weakest fool there?
That's like.
And then he gets pissed off. No, Goku gets pissed off as fuck.
You're talking about when Frieza kills Krillin?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Frieza, yeah.
I was like, the nerd in me got offended for a second. I was like, wait, what are you doing?
No, when fucking Frieza fucking killed
and then he goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Cell fucking
that was just sad, bro. Like, I was just like, man, how you gonna kill Krillin, bro? Like,
it's really been.
But then fucking, fucking Trunks chopped that fool.
Have you seen like the Hank Hill Super Saiyan edits and stuff?
Yeah,
those are fucking great.
The one thing I wanted to ask you is, a lot of people don't fucking think that King of the Hill, and I've been saying this shit for a long time. King of the Hill is considered an anime. Am I lying?
It's an animated series, but like anime in the sense of the Japanese form of anime, like style and you know what I mean, like production. It's a little different.
Oh, like, what do you mean? Is there a certain?
It's American style.
Is there a certain structure for anime?
For like the style of it, yeah, like the look of it and stuff. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is an animated series, so you take it for that.
I don't know. I thought the style and the way they drew them and everything.
Like Afro Samurai is an anime, or like fucking Boondocks is close to an anime.
Oh, that's not even considered anime?
Nah, but it's close. It's like a hybrid. It's American style with fucking Japanese influences.
Oh,
but full-on anime is just like straight fucking...
Is that show ever coming back?
Which one?
Boondocks?
You know what's crazy? I actually met John Witherspoon, R.I.P. Pops, you know what I mean? Yeah. I met him at the Ontario Improv. I literally snuck into the artist green room just to charge my phone because it died, and I knew how to get in there. And this fool came in there, and we started talking for like an hour. Craziest moment, one of my craziest moments ever.
Damn.
But this fool told me all about it. I was like, hey, man, he's like, it was supposed to be syndicated to 10 seasons. Like, I was already signed on for 7 and 8 and 9. We're supposed to be recording. But basically, I think what he was telling me, like, Aaron McGruder went like Chappelle and was like, you guys are trying to turn this into something. And
But here, I want to ask this. Like, what's the thing? Like, I was going to, like, something must have happened.
yeah,
I was going to mention something.
The creator kind of went Chappelle and was like, you guys are trying to influence the show, and like they're trying to change it and make it more about this, and like kind of like how Chappelle was like, yo, I'm out. And that fool kind of just dipped it out, and Aaron McGruder's like, we're done with this show.
But what makes...
It was supposed to go 10 seasons.
What makes somebody go Chappelle like that? Or like, I don't understand what it is.
I think they were just trying to change the Boondocks. Like, they were trying to change the content and what you were saying and what you can't say. They were saying wild shit on Adult Swim. Like, wild. It was the anime version of Chappelle's show. For sure, like anime version of Chappelle Show, right? Like it's like
what? What the fuck? Hey, no. Then they had that fucking that prison episode. The one with the
booty, yeah. And then a lot of his stuff was based on real shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that is a real fucking thing, man. The interview with the guy. And
King of the Hill, though, legendary animated series, not anime, but animated series.
Fucking Danny Trejo.
You know what was the most important thing you ever learned from King of the Hill? Because I got one story from when Hank had a half brother in fucking Japan and shit.
Yeah.
And like I always told my mom, I was like, if I ever tour Japan, I'm not pulling out in nothing. And like I want to like come back 18 years later or whatever. Or later, my kid come back.
Dude, what if that kid fucking hates it? He's like, I hate them. I fucking hate them. My father.
My other kid would come and see them, and then I'd have no shins and shit. You know.
You just want to fucking. What do you want? You just want to fucking raise Ryu and Ken in 2 different fucking lands?
I want a whole Ninja Turtles. I want to like. I would do four different ones.
So you're saying that King of the Hill just
4
taught
Japanese
you not to pull out somebody
4
in Japan?
Japanese baby mamas.
So you're saying that King of the Hill, pretty much the one thing you learned is that not to pull out while you're in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not what I learned. I think that show was very. They had a lot of fucking. I like it so much because it's just real in the sense where it showed ignorance. It showed fucking like how stupid people can be, and then at the same time, it showed like some serious shit.
It showed American culture and like it's behind the scenes form. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like the whole John Redcorn is like the craziest like depth character on that show. It's wild.
And then it's like there's Dale was a very fucking she started character because you're always gonna know somebody.
Did Dale Gribble ever predict anything that's going on right now? Because they give the Simpsons credit for everything.
Because the Simpsons were on point.
But did Dale ever get anything?
I have this theory that the whole thing with the Beast, when he said once the computers got introduced and you started putting your information, they own you. And like he predicted that is like they're gonna fucking insert you into the Beast and they're gonna know what you like, what you want, what you breathe. Like, you know, he's like whatever. He's like they're gonna serve it up to you, and it's like he's like you're not even gonna be able to think for yourself. And he goes like,
just take the audio of him saying that, and then have the clips of all the crazy shit happening right now. And you're gonna be like, Dale Gribble's a fucking genius.
And then there's one too where I'm pretty sure there's a gathering somewhere in Arizona or something like that where they're gonna await for fucking aliens to come because there's certain. I don't think it happened yet, and it's gonna happen for a few years where like there's all these fucking people that follow aliens and shit. They're gonna be joining in a certain part of the desert, kind of like what they try to do for that
Roswell.
That raid area 51.
Raid rush to
What do you think would have happened if they would have raided? Like, I don't think there would have been enough fucking.
People would have died, bro.
You really think that they would have killed all those people?
No, to risk the government secrets. No, they're killing everybody.
Bro, let's just say 10,000 people showed up.
10,000, maybe a few survive, and they tell the horror stories on the news. And people try to be like, yo, we really need to find out what's behind there now. And like 20,000 came back, and they had like 2 billion signatures on the internet. And when all those people showed up, it would be like this. Rewind. Just everybody would die. They're not giving that up. But the government started admitting about aliens now and stuff. That's why I put up the poll yesterday, and I was like, yo, what do you believe in more, magic or aliens?
Yes, I mean, I believe in both. But
what do you believe in more?
magic just because I've done it. Like not in a sense where like I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, but it's a spiritual practice. So
I feel you on that because that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm like, yo, more people are more likely to believe in aliens right now than magic, even though I see magic happen every fucking day.
I mean, it's not. It's the magic. The term magic just seems very fucking Walt Disney when you say it. Like like believe there is magic in the stars, bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like that. Like the whole term it's been dumbed down by American culture where like somebody doesn't look at it as something of interest to practice spirituality or find balance. But if you look at the roots of it, there's always been an interpretation in all major religions, and throughout the years they've kind of like degraded it from the original purpose. And I practice Santeria, and it's so I guess you classify it as a form. Like some people might say that's a form of magic practice or something like that. But it's like no, it's how I find balance. It's my religion. Do
you got a crystal ball?
No, I don't. I knew you were gonna fucking say something.
I was thinking about the Sublime song in my head the whole time you were talking.
Believe it or not, I have wondered.
You should get a crystal ball.
They're expensive, bro.
Nigga, ball the fuck out. You're wearing that fucking denim stretchy shit, nigga. You get a crystal ball.
Hey, bro, Habibi down the street looks at fucking Vogue for men and he sends the designs to China. He's like, I want that. Change this picture from a wolf to a lion so I don't get sued. Downtown is crazy, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? Downtown, man, they're kind of like the area where we're at, which is like around the fashion district.
Police, nigga.
They'll survive anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
They've been making a killing off of fashion because there's nothing fucking Americans buy more than fucking retail bullshit.
I feel like American consumers consume audio and visual content more than they buy stuff.
That they do like stuff that they actually need.
Well, I feel like just like music, culture. You know what I mean? Movies and all that stuff is bigger than clothing.
How come nobody makes certain shit that like is considered useful? Like I started looking into shit. Like I'm like, how come Supreme is the only one that's making stuff that's gonna be guaranteed to sell out? Like who doesn't want?
It's just about branding. It's like, why is Tesla the most popular fucking thing right now? It is what it is. There's always somebody.
Like I'm just the one thing I'm like, what if I just made toilet paper? I was like, fuck Charmin and fuck this. What if I
mean, if you could, and then again, if you have the right PR machine or whatever, or like notoriety, it'll go. Everything goes out. What's his name? One of the rappers just made toilet paper to diss another rapper, like
Kodak Black.
Yeah, that shit was like, it's one of those things. It's just like it's press shit.
I got toilet paper coming out.
Yeah,
with high hungry figures, and it says COVID emergency toilet paper.
That's dope. That's just something to flex and keep in your bathroom.
Yeah, like it's like yo,
like when somebody comes over and sees your bathroom and say, "Hey, yeah, where's the toilet paper?"
Bitch, if you use this toilet paper,
yeah,
I swear to God, I swear to God, I don't know what's the most foul shit a female has done when you like invited her over and you're just like, bitch, you gotta go.
I can't speak on none of that. I'm a gentleman.
Man, I call bullshit, man. Like, let me see.
Most recently.
No, just overall, we're like, even if it happened a long time ago, where you're just like, man, that shit is like, you gotta go. I kicked somebody out after tripping out over a dab. Like I gave her a dab, and this is a while ago, and like started acting like it was like acid or something. And I was just like, oh nah, bitch, you gotta go.
Doing the most.
So I fucking sent her ass in an Uber and bye. He said, you trip out on that Uber, bitch.
I'll do the reverse on one time I dipped.
You dipped?
I was on tour, on the Thug tour. This was flip the switch. Long story short, I was staying at this girl's spot in San Fran that I knew from online, but she flew out and seen me before, so I already knew her. And long story short, we woke up the next day. She was like, yo, my ex found out that you're crashing with me and all this stuff, and he's like pissed off, blah, blah, blah. I was like, damn, that's crazy. We're supposed to go out and stuff. I was like, well, why don't you take a shower? And then I'll get my stuff together, and then we'll go out or something. She's like, okay. And I got all my shit together and dipped immediately.
Damn.
And I didn't immediately block her number, but she called me when she got out the shower. She's like, you're a piece of shit. How dare you? I was like, yeah, I can't be in the mix of any of this bullshit. I'm on my way to Portland, so if you need me.
Yeah, that's a bit too much, man.
I'm out.
If you could avoid fucking drama by all means, It's definitely greatly fucking advised for you to tiptoe
Take
around.
it from me. Keeping it real can go wrong.
I like having 2 switches. You know what I mean? If I have 4, I pretty much have a low.
It's the same damn time.
But oh man, it feels good to be back, man. In a sense, man. To come back and talk to the people out there. I know that some of them have been hitting me up. They're like, "Are you gonna stop posting for another year?" No, I just had to get shit together. Okay. So
getting shit together is a good feeling.
It is a good feeling, and it's like you have to kind of make
watching
time.
other people not have their shit together is also not that great of a feeling, but it's kind of funny. And we have
you take pointers. That's what it is. You
gotta learn. You learn. So
the one thing I wanted to point out, it's did you watch that 70 shows?
I love that 70 show.
I love that 70 shows too, man. You know, what is it? Ashton Kutcher. Like, that was the funniest shit. What is it? From the guy from The Opposite? It's like, it's not Ashton Kutcher. But, yeah, it's not Ashton Kutcher that's in the news from that show. Or Mila Kunis.
Yeah, they ended up together.
That's a whole fucking other crazy thing. But I used to like I like the character Hyde from that show. I always thought Hyde was a cool character.
Nigga just got canceled.
And bro, I almost picture like I want to know what's the guy who plays Red Foreman?
I forget his real name.
Like I picture that guy who plays Red Foreman. He's looking at this headline and saying "dumbass."
Dumbass.
But apparently Hyde, what's Hyde's real name?
Danny Matheson or something.
Yeah, Danny Matheson. He got arrested for 3 counts of rape.
All bad.
And here's the thing: when people have allegations, that means like it's like you have 5 people saying, "Hey, this person did this and that," supposedly.
Yeah.
Right. But when you get arrested, that means there's proof, right?
I feel like, they have credible evidence in their eyes to take you to trial. And to convict you, that means they're trying to convict you. They have proof.
So that doesn't mean that he's necessarily guilty, but he's halfway there.
He's definitely halfway there for sure.
3 counts, 20 years later, and there have been a couple. Number one, this is some real scumbag shit. It happened 20 years ago, which was at the peak of what that 70 shows happened to be at. It was the peak. It was.
Damn, that was 20 years ago, huh?
I know, dude. It makes you feel old. So it's 20 years ago, and I saw this meme that made me laugh about this shit. There's a certain part where it's like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And
they're talking about 2020. It's like nobody got it right.
No. He said like there's one where there's a guy at a restaurant who asked Hyde, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And he says prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and that meme kind of came around, and it tripped me out because. Number one, very big disappointment. It's crazy that all these things are coming to light. And I'm glad justice is being served. And
all I know is it's like Netflix is about to take that 70s show off, or it's gonna take it off very soon. I'm calling it.
Man, I hope nobody from The Office gets caught up with some shit. I like that show too, man. Man, that's fucking crazy. Charlie Sheen is still on fucking on air, like or fucking his show's still up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure there's some streaming
service. What did he do wrong?
I don't know. He did a bunch of things though, man. It was cool.
Oh, yeah, that's Charlie Sheen though.
Yeah, it's still though, man. Yeah, but either way, it wasn't as bad as like some Weinstein shit or Danny Matheson. But that's some real scumbag shit, man. I mean, it's like at first I was like, you don't want to believe something like this is true, but it's like I heard that there had been accusations that before, but he belongs to the Church of Scientology, and they had done everything they could to cover that shit up.
Do you think that's what it is? Scientology? People go to Scientology to cover shit up?
I don't know, man, because when I found out he was a Scientologist, and I looked at other people that surprisingly are Scientologists, you know who surprised the fuck out of me? Michael Pena. You know, homie from End of Watch, the cop. Homie from
really?
Yeah, the Hispanic dude. He's a Scientologist, and I'm like, you're the only motherfucker that doesn't have a picture of Guadalupe in his house, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, and then everybody's like, how do you think he got those roles? That's fucked up how his accreditation his credit as an actor goes out the window.
Yeah, maybe that is how maybe he got the role.
I think the Church of Scientology has a lot of fucking power, and I've been in one of their facilities before.
I remember that story.
And it's fucking crazy. I took the happiness test and all this shit. It's a whole different get down, man. A lot of people that work there are all dressed the same, and especially in the one in Hollywood, they're dressed the same. They fucking have the same weird fucking look, like they had 2 fingers in their ass. You know, like it's just fucking weird, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like it just has this like fucking dead look that just like they want to tell you something and cry, but like they're fucking kill me or they'll fucking show 3 fingers in next time. It's fucking fucked up, and you know, shit. This is just what I fucking think, and. You know, I don't fucking know, you know, what to expect next, man, because shit's fucking going AWOL. Because, number one, the next fucking person that we're going to talk about, I honestly think the only reason this motherfucker was relevant is because he had somebody like Justin Bieber co-sign for him, bro. That's really where I think it all started. And, shit, man, fucking what a scumbag fucking move Chris D'Elia did, right? You got one guy we're talking about
like,
rape.
There's so many people coming out of like it's like Cosby. Like everybody's coming out with their story about it too. You know, like that shit's wild. Just to see that like takeover of like confidence too. Just like, yo, you do this what? You do what?
And it's like there's fucking proof and shit. And I mean, that's some real scumbag shit, man. For like, because there's what is it? Chris D'Elia fucking had a role he recently had to play, where he played an actual pedophile, right?
Something like that, where he played a creeper,
like a predator,
or yeah, somebody like that. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you nailed the casting," and like that was the joke. And then all these people came out with like, "Nah, this fool did this to me," and then they're like that, and I was like, "Yeah, it's that his specials for sure." If I go home on Netflix,
that's another motherfucker they like.
If I go home on Netflix tonight, I'm almost positive they're not going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna start stripping people of their fucking merits that they managed to get throughout their fucking career.
Louis C.K. dropped his own shit on his website.
You know what? But
he's been doing that, right?
It's like, he was the first one.
That's what I think he saw it coming too. He was just like, yo, I gotta have my own way of doing this because they could take this shit from me. You know what I mean?
What was the thing he said in his new thing? He was like, all right, this is my thing. Sorry, you guys find out. like he's like, shit. Everybody has their thing, but I mean, fuck, man. It almost makes you. I mean, not that it made it right or anything like that, but it almost makes it seem like amateur hour, like fucking what Louis C.K. did compared to what the. Fuck, man. You go from Louis C.K. to Chris D'Elia. Holy shit, man. Chris D'Elia's over here texting fucking underage girls.
Does not look like Louis C.K. That's the big difference.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely does not. But the one thing I want to point out is that, yeah, like I don't fucking understand this whole like, you know, like just say I'm gonna prey on a 14-year-old or a 50-year-old. It's like you make that face because you have enough fucking sense to you to know like that's not right.
Yeah, it's just.
But you got people that are getting caught up with them saying like, or with them saying like, you know what? I'm about to ask this girl for pics. Like, bro, like what the like? Here's the thing: is do you think that's a mental thing?
I don't know. It's like it's a they try. Some people like they try to say like they're claiming it's a sickness or some shit.
I don't think it's a fucking sickness, bro.
I don't know, dude. I just like it makes me sick.
You're not fucking wired to look at somebody like that's like for you to have a preference for somebody that's under 18 and just. I mean, granted, like throughout history, there was like people. I mean, before fucking shit got all civilized completely, there was motherfuckers that got married, like you know, underage and with people that were. But it's like that proved to not work out.
Yeah, for sure.
For a big part of the world, you know, because there's still some places where you could marry, you know, under 18 and all this shit. But that is fucking insane, man. Like it's like you also got the Epstein fucking documentary that came out.
I can't watch that shit.
I watched that shit, bro, and that's a real piece of shit.
That's like worse than watching like a gory movie to me. It makes me so sick. Like I'm just like, yo,
it's crazy that these are facts that they're putting out there, and it's like there's truth to it. And the motherfucker's dead now, and you know, or for the people that said Epstein didn't kill himself, but it's fucking crazy to think that like this shit was going on. Like
I would like 1000% think that fool's alive somewhere else,
like in Antarctica.
No,
that's where all the people that
like right under your nose, underground in a bunker type shit, living lavish.
That's true, man. There's probably luxurious bunkers under there.
Nigga already had an island. You don't think he had a backup plan?
That's very true. That's true, man. This motherfucker has so much power and shit. And there's like a whole... Yo, I felt some type of way when I saw Chris Tucker's name up in that plane. I was like, oh, man, somebody invited this brother. He probably didn't know what he was getting himself into. Imagine, like, this is fucked up.
I didn't see that. I did not see that.
Yo, his name was on the list, dude.
I did not see that.
Like, I kind of made that same, like, damn, bro, come on.
Don't you think if it was popping, though? I don't know. Never mind. Like, I don't want to speculate even.
It's like you almost feel like you don't want to say anything on this shit because people fucking... Everybody has a tampon up their ass these days, bro. And it's fucking crazy. And I understand. Everybody has something to speak out about, but it's almost like you have to tiptoe around having your opinion, you know, even if you're an entertainer or not. Just
you know what I just feel like people really do need to speak on is just like, yo, that there's like, you know, all ethnicities out here in LA, at least, like from our culture that me and you know in Southern California, at least, you know what I mean? There's always been like black love, brown love, white love, you know what I mean? Asian love, Arab love, like there's people who vibe and get along very well. We're like a melting pot.
We have been known for a melting pot.
Yo, just that the other outsiding factor of people who just necessarily aren't, you know what I mean, showing love outside of their own ethnicity. It's time to show love for something that matters right now, and it's because it's like unity. Like I saw this shit there, like people were like, oh, like people don't care about the Black Lives Matter, but they didn't care about when our kids got deported or, you know what I mean, containment. And then it showed like a bunch of black people protesting that too. It's like everybody's fucking with everybody's agenda right now.
Especially now more than ever, man. Because
everybody's really rocking with everybody's agenda right now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a good time to make your voice vocal and
make it vocal for the right thing.
For the right thing, you know what I mean? Don't try to complain about what's going on right now. Just try to you know, be the light that, you know, people need of, like, why you could show love. You know, everybody knows my shit's Kiero Loves You for a reason. Like, yeah, you know what I mean?
You have been doing that for a long time.
It's just showing love. Like if you don't come at something from a place of hate and you can come at something with an open mind and be like, yo, I fuck with you, what you're going through, and I got your back. And then when somebody else has something else they're going through, it's like, yo, you know, it's vice versa and mutual.
It's very true, man. I mean, now is the time more than ever to really be positive, and I mean, most of all, like you said, speak out on what you want to be heard from. You know what I mean? It's like that doesn't mean fucking complain and go on fucking Facebook.
Everybody's seen what happens if we don't get along. They shut shit down.
Like, now's not the time to fucking go on fucking Facebook and Instagram and complain about your shit there. You really want to go ahead and do something about it? There's more than enough people out there going out there and doing protests. There's more than enough avenues for you to get involved some way, somehow. I prefer to fucking donate to different fucking causes, you know what I mean? Whether that pays for fucking waters, they're giving out these protesters or whatever the fuck it pays. I'm not one to go protest out there. I don't fucking want to go out there and punch somebody for somebody calling me a certain name or fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
get shot with a rubber bullet and shit.
Yeah, like, I'm not really one of those people. I have a very bad temper and if somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I do not want to do this shit. So I'd rather do this shit my own way. So find the way that works for you and really go out there and speak your voice because... Shit, there's changes being made.
Just even if you're watching or listening to this, like for your source of entertainment, like I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing about it. I'm pretty sure we didn't really plan.
I really tried not to speak out on it so much.
Not to, but it's like at the same time, it's like, yo, we acknowledge what's going on in the world. Like, yo, you know, find your inner peace of mind for your reasons. You know what I mean? And just let them be pure. Like, let them not come from a place of hate, and you'll still be able to get to live your life and have a. You know what I mean? Your own agenda and your own path to continue. Because right now we just want shit to go back to normal, really, right?
I mean, that would be lovely if it fucking got back to normal.
It'd be nice to go back to work and just like go back to normal. But it's like, we'll see. For the time being, we're going to keep doing this shit. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good outlet.
Hey, I mean, that's 100% right there, man. I was like, on a whole nother note, I wanted to ask you, man, what do you think is going to come next before we fucking conclude the show? But what do you think is going to come next? Jesus or aliens? Like, Exhibit brought this up next time. He was like, yo, man, we really just got to wait.
What does it mean if Jesus comes back, though? Like,
I mean, because, like, when I say Jesus coming back, like, I was raised Catholic.
Reincarnated? Or
no, like, what I'm saying is, like, I'll be, like, this is my interpretation, right? So, like, this is being raised Catholic. You know, this long-haired motherfucker comes back. You know what I mean? And he's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, you're cool, you're cool. He busts that shit. He gets all the righteous people out there. And I mean, because I mean, I really expect.
Watch
I
this,
expect
right?
some fucking Disneyland parade shit when you see Tinkerbell flying, and you're like, "Holy shit, this bitch is flying!" Like the way people preached about Jesus, bro. I want this motherfucker to come down like HBK WrestleMania, whatever that number was, when he was flying from the ceiling. Like, I want fireworks and bells and whistles if that's gonna happen. I want the dragon out of the ocean spitting Godzilla fire. You know what I mean? Like, I want all that.
I
shit.
went from Jesus to Godzilla fire.
Because that shit's in the book. I read the shit. Like,
wait, Godzilla's in the book?
In the apocalypse, yeah, there's supposed to be a dragon that fucking, like, you know how the Power Ranger shit fucking unite? That shit comes out of the ocean and starts fucking shit up.
No way.
And there's fucking angels coming from the sky shooting arrows and shit. It's like some real fucking crazy. It's in the book of Revelation. What is it? It's in Revelations. Damn it. Yeah, it's on there. Like, I've read it and I literally took it literal, and I'm like, yo, imagine this shit were to go down.
So that's how you want Jesus to come back, right?
Yeah, and if it's aliens, it's gonna go down like Independence Day.
Watch now. What if your alien interpretation is Jesus? Like what if Jesus comes, but it's aliens in the same way you think Jesus is gonna come back? It's gonna be aliens.
I would just ask
hold on. It's just gonna be like aliens, like coming back and be like, y'all fucking up this, boom. Y'all fucking up this, boom. Justice. All right, we're gonna fucking heal this. Y'all killed the polar bears. Like, you're tripping. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna fix the ozone layer.
Like, if they came back,
we made y'all. Do y'all not know we made y'all? Like, you guys are tripping. They're like, oh, it's Jesus. It's long hair. This is what my people look like. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, well, I'm just saying, like, if.
That's what I think
if the aliens are gonna come back, I'm like, can you guys shapeshift in the form of Jesus so people don't lose control?
What if they just come in here and start like fucking getting
Wouldn't
mad
you freak the fuck out if you seen a bunch of little grays?
You know how we react when dogs pee on the fucking rug?
Yeah.
What do you think aliens are gonna that created the planet are gonna treat us when they come back and see what we fucked up? like they're gonna fucking pop all the way off.
Bro, we've been in agreement with those motherfuckers for a long time, bro. They like you said, they live in the underground bunkers, like the ones in Denver and all this shit. I don't know, man. It's like it's like you want to know these things, but you don't, because I don't want to see an alien motherfucker. I don't. I'll be scared, bro. If you saw a fucking gray that was as tall as that window up there, what the fuck would you do? You seen this shit in the fucking backyard, you're like, what the fuck's up? My trash can's out.
It's flight. I'm on the flight path. Like, I'm out. Like, it's fight or flight moment and natural instincts, I'm out. If I see that, I was like, nah, I don't want to be in the room with you. I'm trying to get out.
Like, cause you're gonna be like, what the fuck? And this shit has 3 fingers.
Like, it comes at me. I'm just saying, but I'm not trying to fight you. I'm just trying to get away from you.
I would just freak out, man. It's got to be made of it's got to be like physical, like me and you, where to the point it could take a bullet.
What if a person, like a human being you knew, like one of your friends, like this fool was just like
in that Rugrats episode,
like just revealed himself to you, he was an alien.
Like in that Rugrats episode where like Tommy thinks that there's fucking that Chucky's dad is a fucking alien, and he spies on him and he sees him taking the zipper off and they're reptilians. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, what kind of alien though? Because like if he's gonna be like a species somebody or alien versus,
I came here from a different planet and I'm assimilating life and integrating into your life.
Like if it was like one of those little aliens, like the one from Men in Black, that he has a cat.
Yeah.
Like, and he opened this thing and he was like, psst. I don't know, dude. Like, I think I would freak out. Like, I'd probably cry, dude. Like, it's not to sound all fucking soft and shit, bro. Like, cause like you would be in shock, bro. Like,
I would cry.
I heard Jimmy Carter, bro, when he found out, and they told him, and they showed him that there's aliens. He walked up quiet with his head down back to the Oval Office and sat there by himself, crying, sitting in his desk, just sad because he found out his whole life was a lie.
Yeah.
Like this, and he couldn't tell nobody.
Where did they document this?
There's interviews, bro. Ronald Reagan and Roosevelt have all seen aliens, and they questioned it.
Yeah, so they're real though. Well, we know that now.
They questioned it. There's an agreement.
So we're in agreement that the fucking government just announced it and showed video, and they said we acknowledge that.
I think they announced it because something went wrong with the agreement we've been having for years with them. So they're like, look, man, we're gonna declassify that fucking aliens. The aliens are real. Meanwhile, don't pay attention to Space Force, because why the fuck do we need a space military force? Why are we getting ready? Like Air Force, I get it. There's like terrorists fucking bombing shit everywhere. Fucking the Army, when somebody's got to go overseas and take take the oil. The National Guard, somebody's got to protect us. The Navy, somebody's got to protect the fish. You know what I mean? Like it's
Aquaman.
like something, bro. But like we don't even know what space looks like. But all of a sudden, we need to have straps for space.
You just made me have to fucking research what Godzilla was in the Bible.
Yeah, it's a 3-headed dragon, bro.
I definitely believe in what's under the sea more than what I believe in space.
I hate the ocean, bro.
What are you more fearful of? What's in space or what's under the sea?
Under the sea, because that shit could come out of land real quick. Whatever's gonna come from space,
You're gonna see it coming.
Yeah. Like, but you won't, bro. Because think about like you know how when
coming.
crabs are born.
You know how many laser tracking thing we got? If anything comes into orbit, we already know.
You can just bomb the beach.
Nah, bro. If anything happens, look, we got detectors for all that.
We just dump a bunch of fucking bricks of coke into
just
the
as
ocean.
A planet, not just America, but just as a planet. Like everybody's on watch for all that.
I really think we're, like I said, I think we're preparing for something else. Like, what would you do, man? Like,
so what do you think is gonna happen?
I asked B-Real the same question, bro. Today,
okay, it's July. We're gonna predict July and August.
I'm just saying.
Want to predict July?
The first week of July. I'm following every fucking move that Jeff Goldblum and fucking Will Smith are doing, bro. Like, whatever story they post, this is I'm like, yo, we need them because it's gonna go down like Independence Day. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but at this point, you don't really know what to expect. Like, they've declassified this shit. They told you there's UFOs out there, so like, we have a space force. Why the fuck? Like, what are you gonna have next? Planet of the Apes.
What if the Navy already knows about the underground?
I think
under
Washington. They live in underwater, bro. Because there's a lot of Navy people that fucking say that these fucking saucers they go down in the ocean.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit that they use from the center of the earth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised that there's certain species that have survived throughout all this because there's a certain point in the ocean where you can't go, you blow up.
Yeah.
Humans can't go.
Yeah, the pressure's too high.
So think about it. Like, there's species that we have not discovered through there.
But now we got that infrared scanning. It's like it does like 3D scans and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean there's definitely technology, but it's the year of fucking discovery of.
All right, I wish we had a wheel or something where it was just like all the things that could happen and we could just spin it. And
like Wheel of Fortune, but like
just like and then it was like boom and my mind thing. I think it would
that's
land
what happened.
on.
That's what's happening in the Illuminati meetings.
I think natural disaster is like. The next thing for July.
So you're thinking that it's gonna happen
like a big wave.
What was that movie?
A big storm. Something.
The Day After Tomorrow. That's what you're predicting.
No. Please no. Please no.
Like where it's like we all get it, but like LA's fucking shaking, New York is fucking full of fucking water and snow, fucking tornado alley in Texas and all the Midwest.
Yeah.
If that starts happening, bro, I'd freak out and I'd be pissed because they just built a new fence in my house.
When we were on this Trippy Red tour, I was in Kentucky, 6.5 miles away from where that tornado hit.
Damn.
And I was in the hotel room and I heard the sirens going off and all that, and that's probably
like the Silent Hill sirens. Oh, I hate that, bro.
Dog,
I fucking hate those, dude.
All that
How
shit.
scary is that noise?
Dog, I'm in the hotel room at like 1:00 in the morning, just like thinking I'm cooked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cooked. Like, this is crazy that I'm here at this moment. Just missed us, and we had to just drive out the next day, like, to go to the next show, and, like, in a Sprinter, and you see shit, and it was just like, what the fuck?
I never understood how the fuck...
Rest in peace to everybody who was lost into that, too. Like, my heart goes to all those families, because I always, like, became, like, not fearful of earthquakes, because... I've been through so many out here, but I've never even considered...
You went through the big one.
I never considered being in a tornado. Like, I never in my life even, like, pondered on it. So being that close to it, I was like, why am I here? Like, why did I pick to be here?
The one thing that I trip out about fucking tornadoes is that, number one, I don't know how the fuck they get started because, like, you got, like, what is it? Like, it's like somebody does a fucking, a little spin or something of some wind and it just acquires more wind and it's...
Magic.
I just don't, like, it's almost like a riptide.
It's magic, right?
Bro, that's not magic, bro.
Dog, you don't think nature's magic?
Nature's magic.
You never seen Airbender? You never seen like there's people who can control nature?
I know whenever I feel an earthquake or a little mini earthquake, first thing I think of is Baldwin Hills with all the fracking going down. You know, by Fox Hills?
Yeah.
Where they got all those fucking things that go into the ground. So like I ain't gonna lie. Hey, let me ask you this though. That sounded like let me ask you this. Do you know how you have the phantom rings? Like, you know when you sometimes you feel like your phone rings but it doesn't? Like, you ever feel that?
Only when someone else's phone's in the room that goes off. And
No,
it's
but
not
like,
my
let's just
phone.
say like you feel like your phone's ringing or you have your phone in your pocket, but it's not.
Can't say it.
There-
Maybe it has, but I can't.
It's a real thing, and there's a lot of times, especially that I've been sitting in my I'm sitting at my desk at home, and I'm doing a bunch of just packing orders. And I'm not even drunk, or I'm high, but like there's a couple moments that like I almost feel like shit shakes, and I'm like, was that an earthquake? I'm like so scared of this shit.
Yeah.
That like I almost have these mini earthquakes go down. And the first thing I do is look at like a glass of water nearby. I'm like, oh, if it doesn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that?
Sometimes I think I thought I like felt an earthquake, and then it'll be nothing, and then sometimes I'll just be chilling, and like an actual earthquake will happen, and I don't even acknowledge it, and then I'll get like those text messages like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, that was an earthquake. I was like, "Oh, I didn't really think it was." Like,
I was
on
on FaceTime with my boy Jason Rouse in Canada last time that happened, and then I was just talking to him, and then he was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "He's like, what's going on?" I was like, "I'll call you back. It's an earthquake happening." And then he the first thing he looked around, he said that the next thing he was gonna say was, "Hey, your pictures are moving in the background."
Yeah.
And then I was gonna look back like, oh hell no! Like if it was just the pictures moving like rocket left to right, like and nothing else, I would have ran, bro. I would have ran. I would have been like, fuck you.
Santeria can't help you there,
bro. Not with that, man. That's like it's not supposed to.
Did I tell you that girl and me stopped talking, or like and like that like became a dividing factor?
Why did she do it?
Nah, it's this girl I talked to. She was just like, yeah, your friend practices Santeria and all this weird shit. Like, be careful. And like, it's just always weird. I was like, man, fuck that. That nigga's
Give me
tight.
her fucking name, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I can't risk her soul. She already escaped. She saved herself. I came back to the darkness.
People are just fucking scared of what they can't understand, bro. That's how it always is, man.
I do believe in magic and aliens, though. That's the moral of my point for the week that I at least wanted to make, was that magic and aliens exist, and I think they're the same thing.
I believe that they are fucking real as well, and here's the one thing we're gonna leave off with is if I could communicate with these motherfuckers, I would ask them for a favor. Okay. Like that's the one thing I would ask them for. I would be like, look, man, like what's the one thing you could do for me and like I could do for you that we can like.
So you try to work an agreement out, right?
Yeah, like I would.
So what agreement do you think was broken? Because they probably obviously had an agreement with us in our world.
I think it was a nuclear shit. Like we're supposed to stop going at the nuclear shit, or like we were not supposed to let the earth get so damaged.
I think gold is the most powerful resource that they want. That's why that's why they got Egypt. That's why they got all this stuff.
They got the pyramids and shit.
You think boats just sink with gold for no reason? They just be aliens, fucking hijackers, just be like, magic, make a storm happen.
I think you're right. I think there is
if an alien had a superpower controlling the nature, seems like one of the most reasonable things I can believe.
There's an agreement. There had to be an agreement that was broken that upset at these motherfuckers enough for us to be like, you know what, we ain't gonna see eye to eye for this, and it's on. You know how much Scarface was like, well, fuck you, and then Sosa came back heavy. That's how the aliens gonna come through.
What if the aliens come through with the cure for COVID and be like, no, you guys are trying to mess up our plan, blah, 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 and exposes all that, and then it turns out Anonymous is the aliens. And
bro, we gotta be some.
What if Anonymous takes out the mask and was a gray? That's a movie right there.
That is a movie.
Me and E's on movie coming real soon.
The one thing that I would freak out, man, at the most is if, if the motherfuckers come in hard, bro, like they come in invading heavy, and they just think about it, bro. They got advanced shit. Like we gotta be a weak ass species for us to fucking get phased by COVID. Can you imagine the fucking aliens? They're just like, what the fuck is COVID? They just touch you
and they fix you. Trying to make it.
Because we're all organisms. I'm pretty sure if
they're like, there's one alien in the office. He's like, nigga, I created smallpox. Like, I created the flu. You think you're COVID? Look at, I kill people. They don't give me no credit. I kill 70,000 a year.
Magic Johnson is an alien, bro. That's why he survived the HIV. He killed DZE. But it didn't kill Magic Johnson, though. And he owns the Lakers, and then all of a sudden Kobe's dead.
He stepped away from the organization.
Yeah, because he knew he had sold Kobe out. I'm just playing. I'm reaching with that one. Can you imagine somebody's like, "How dare you?" All right, man. Shout out to everybody that's fucking tuned in. If you're listening to us, we are back, so we're gonna keep back with the consistent episodes. I got a couple upcoming guests. Side Dick Eddie's back next week. We're back with Kiero next week as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Subscribe and put a thumbs up, a comment on the YouTube. But now we are on all the fucking podcast streaming platforms. So if you're on iTunes listening to this shit, fucking subscribe and leave a good review so we fucking climb up in the charts and we become like the little engine that could in all the podcast world. You know.
Yeah. If you have any hot takes on any of the things we were talking about, me and this will read the comments. So.
We'll actually acknowledge you and shit. So also shout out to everybody that's been keeping the merch and my store going. It's at flavorsbyezone.com or highandhungry.shop. Every fucking order comes hooked up with a lot of goodies. Shout out to you guys. I mean, you guys get a bunch of shit, like way more than what you guys are paying for. So I always try to do that for you guys. New episodes of High and Hungry on the Be Real TV YouTube, and follow High and Hungry TV on Instagram. Comedy gig on 7/10 in Denver, Colorado. So make sure you guys look out for that. It's a comedy gig in Denver, Colorado at 7/10. Hit up Denver Coney. I'll put the link at the bottom. All right, hit them up. I'm way too high for this. Kiero, you got anything?
Follow me at Kieroglyphics. It's like hieroglyphics, but with a K. I'll stream on Twitch every now and then. All that stuff's on my Instagram. Saturday Sesh, you can catch me there every now and then. You'll see the schedule I post. Concerts are still canceled, so I haven't been DJing. So if you guys want to support, I have some merch. I don't know. I'll give it to E-Zone or something. We'll figure that out. But I have some stuff coming out too with some new shirts and new characters and stickers and all that fun stuff.
That's right, man. I mean, shit. That's really what. It's been dope connecting with you motherfuckers out there that actually support. Because this whole time we've been quarantined and curfew, whatever the fuck we went through, and still going through. I've been able to tap in with the real supporters, and I appreciate that. So I got to know some of you guys a lot more now than ever. So that's the reason that, you guys keep me going. And as long as you guys are out here fucking listening and watching and subscribing and enjoying it, we're going to keep it coming for you guys. So we'll be back next week for you, all right? Peace out.
Peace.